Hey, PopRockers. I recently sat down with an emerging singer-songwriter from Sydney. His debut single, Paradise, is out now and available on all streaming platforms, so make sure you go and grab yourself a copy or stream a few streams. Paradise is a rock-inspired ballad written and arranged entirely by himself, with the production by the legendary John Castle, whose work includes Vance Joy's Riptide. But this is not about John. Right now, we are talking about Kel and talking to Kel. Here he is.
Sunrise and long hikes up to the beach we laughed on. Long drives and tired eyes as we fall asleep to a love song. I bet that he says to all his friends that he found a girl who loves him. Do you tell him he's the only one?
Hey Pop Rockers, we've got Kel with us right now. Kel's from Sydney and he's just released a new track, Paradise. How you going, Kel?
I'm good. Thanks for having me. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Hey, tell us a bit about your new song, Paradise.
Yeah, for sure. So pretty much Paradise is, I wrote it by myself.
Yep.
And produced it with a producer called John Castle he was in Tasmania at the time. So I did it pretty much last year over maybe 10 or so Zoom sessions. So it took me a while, but it's pretty much a song about it's a breakup song, pretty much about falling out of love with someone and how it kind of like you can connect it to places and emotions.
Is the song from any personal experience, or is it just you just come up with the lyrics?
Kind of. It's kind of like a weird mix of some of my friendships and some of my I got the initial inspiration from a trip that I did with my friends maybe 2 years ago. We went to this beach in the South Coast, and I don't know, I just started writing some really small, not very good parts of the song there, and it kind of just came together over maybe a couple of months after that. So yeah.
So you said you worked with John Castle. So anyone who doesn't know who John Castle is, he's worked with people like Vance Joy and Angus and Josh Stone. What was it like working with John?
He was so good. I was nervous. It was my first time I guess making music with someone else, and he was really good. Especially, we didn't even really I haven't even seen him in person yet. It's just for FaceTime and phone calls, and he was really great. He brought the song to life without me having to be there. So.
That was one of the next questions. Was how did he affect the actual song itself and producing it and creating it?
So it was kind of like I wrote the whole song with kind of this. I wrote it on piano and sent it to first of this video of me playing it on piano, and then I kind of wrote out on this there were these really maybe not very detailed notes. So I'm I think I want a guitar here, and then eventually I started kind of crafting how I wanted it to sound. We kind of just bounced backwards and forwards with all these different ideas, and he brought some new ideas with some of the bass line and stuff, and we kind of just both brought some of ourselves to it, which is really cool.
Well, it's playing on the background there as we speak. Because what I did notice when I got the press, and I had a bit of a listen and a bit of research. You play a number of instruments. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And you produce your own videos.
Yeah, I try to. You can see behind me, but I've been studying film for the last maybe 4 years. I'm doing it at uni as well.
Yep.
So I kind of wanted to, try and make my own video for this, and we had a couple of my friends and family who, wanted to kind of get on board as well.
Yep.
So, but I guess from music, my whole family plays music, so it was kind of inevitable that I would kind of learn at some point.
Now, is it true that you made your first composition while you were in year 12, before you were at the uni?
Yeah. So I think the first song I wrote, I was 16. It probably wasn't that great, but I started writing Paradise when I was in year 12, and started producing it while I was in year 12.
I'm just I'm still not used to having the screen over there and the camera over there, so people are going to be seeing more than this. But I am getting the studio sorted out, so the screen will be over there eventually, but we'll get there. So, hey, Pop Rockers, a quick word from today's sponsor. Yes, you. That's right, you. It's with your support that helps us do what we do, bringing you videos and interviews from local artists from all around Australia. But there is another way you can support us. Simply head to poprockradio.com.au and either hit up our merch store or simply buy us a coffee. For a couple of bucks, we can bring heaps more of original content straight to you via our YouTube and our website. That's right. A couple of bucks, that's all it takes. So we appreciate it. Thank you very much. Back to the interview. All right, with your songwriting, who do you draw inspiration from any other artists, or is it all you?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I listen to a lot of like artists like Taylor Swift, maybe.
Yep.
I feel like she's a great songwriter. Who else? Phineas.
Yep.
He's really cool because he's like an experimental producer and songwriter and
Yep.
performer as well. So I feel like I draw a lot of inspiration from stuff like that. So I guess I really like when people write and perform their own music because I feel like it's a bit more personal.
Yeah. So I've already asked this question about Paradise, about drawing from personal experience. Do you have any other songs that you're releasing or anything apart from Paradise?
Yeah, definitely. Paradise is the first of hopefully many, but
Yep.
I've got heaps. I've just been like writing songs for like just over and over. Like once you start, it kind of is a bit endless, but there's definitely some projects in the works.
Yeah.
That will be coming up soon. Yeah.
Cool. So so EP, would it be an EP coming out?
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
Have you started laying tracks down for that, or is Paradise the only one you got laid down at the moment?
Paradise is the first one out, but we've started recording some of the next ones to come up.
Cool.
So, yeah.
So Paradise, where can people listen to it from?
Paradise, you can pretty much listen to it everywhere. So like Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, SoundCloud, pretty much anywhere you can listen to music. You can find Paradise somewhere there.
It's so easy to get your music. There's so many different streaming services now to get it heard.
Yeah, so many as well.
Yeah. Now that we always ask one controversial question. I didn't mention this before we spoke because I wanted to surprise you. So we normally ask one controversial question. So I'm going to ask you this one.
Yeah.
What do you think about all the streaming services and the amount of revenue that people make from it? Is it sustainable from an artist's point of view to just keep on the streaming services, or do you have
I think, mate, I'm going to preface my answer with I actually don't know too much about how much revenue comes in from an artist, but I think from what I gather, I think an artist doesn't make too much. Like you have to have a lot of listeners and a lot of people streaming your music for it to be a substantial amount. So maybe I'm not too sure if you could sustain yourself off just streaming. I definitely think there's a huge value in buying music because I feel like that's how you truly support.
Yeah.
Especially for independent artists, I'd say that maybe buying still has large value in.
Do you have a merch store? Do you have any merch that people can go to?
So far, not yet. I've got some like being developed at the moment, but not at the moment. So it's a keep watching the space.
Okay, I'm going to do a quick shameless plug. So if anyone wants to get any Pop Rock Radio merch, we've just opened up our merch store, so you can get to it from our website, poprockradio.com.au. So you can get heaps of merch there, and we've started doing. We're making posters. So from all our interviews, we're taking our YouTube thumbs.
Yeah.
I'm looking across both. So we're taking the YouTube thumbs and we're turning them into posters with information from the about the interview and the artists we've done. Nice. So, yeah. Alrighty. What we're going to do now, we're going to move right along. We've got our two segments we do. We've got our Get to Know and our music quiz. Which one do you want to do first?
Let's do the Get to Know.
All right. Get to know.
Yeah.
This is 10 random questions that you probably wouldn't get asked in another interview, in any other interview. It's so that your fans can get to know you a bit more. There's nothing really bad in it. So, but if you want, you can pass.
Yeah.
But I don't think we've had anyone pass any of our questions.
I won't pass.
Cool.
I'll do all of them.
Yeah. All right. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Cool. Question number 1. Your favorite venue to perform at?
The Great Club in Marrickville.
Great Club in Marrickville? I've got a story about Marrickville.
Yeah.
I'll tell you in a sec. Your biggest fan, mum or dad?
Mum, for sure.
Mum for sure. I'm just going to jump this to there so that it makes it easier when we edit down for your TikTok. Your favourite subject while at school?
English.
English?
Yeah, English.
Who is your favourite actor or actress?
Oh, good one. I'd say at the moment, Alicia Debnam Carey.
All right.
She's in,
cool.
it's in this TV show, The 100.
Yep.
Love her.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, what is your favourite alcoholic drink?
Vodka lime soda. Always.
Okay, name a place you want to visit before you die.
Canada.
Canada?
Yeah.
Any specific part?
Maybe Toronto. I feel like that's a pretty staple guess.
Yeah.
But Toronto, yeah.
Cool. Hey, if you couldn't do what you're doing now, what would you be doing?
I guess filmmaking.
Yeah.
If it wasn't music, I'm studying film. I quite like it. So
What part of filmmaking? Yeah, what part of filmmaking do you like best?
I'm kind of leaning towards like producing. So like kind of establishing a film production and setting up all the
Cool.
and everything. Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah, interesting. Hey, are you Coke or Pepsi?
Coke for sure. Yeah.
HJs or Maccas?
Macca's. Yeah.
Cool. We don't get very many HJs. Most people.
Yeah,
say Maccas.
I feel like most people Macca's.
Yeah, I like HJ burgers, Macca's fries.
Yeah, fair.
Final question: what is a food you can't get enough of?
This is really random, but like corn chips and salsa. I go through a heap of those. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the type of food you can just eat and you can still be hungry afterwards. Like, cool. I love it.
So if you're based in Sydney, correct? Is that right?
Yeah, Sydney.
Yep. So you're based in Marrickville?
No, I'm like an hour out of Sydney. But
are you?
The last gig we did was in Marrickville, and it was so much fun.
So whereabouts, if you're an hour out of Sydney?
Yeah, so I'm like just before, like pretty much Blue Mountains area.
Yep, cool.
Yeah, you know that.
Yeah, because I actually went to school when I was in year 3 at Marrickville Primary School.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Nice. It's a good spot.
I learned to speak
very
a
busy.
little bit of Marrick. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was weird. It was different back then because I was only little. I can't remember much of it. But I learned to speak Arabic there. So not that I can speak it much anymore.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. Are you ready for our general trivia, the bestest music quiz?
I'm absolutely ready.
You absolutely ready? Have you studied much on music? Do you know much?
I feel like this is going to be a bit brutal, but we'll try.
All right. No, they're pretty simple, eh? Yeah.
We'll see if I get them.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, question number 1. Who recorded Jenny from the Block?
Oh, Mel B.
Jennifer Lopez.
Oh. All right, next question.
Well, there you go. Okay,
there you go.
Yeah. Anthony Field and Jeff Fatt from the Wiggles were originally from which band?
Oh my god, I've got this feeling I'm not going to get any of these questions.
Oh, you'll get some.
I don't know.
The Cockroaches.
The Cockroaches. I haven't heard of them, but
no,
the more you know.
They had 2 hits. I think they had 2 hits. She's the One, and there was another song I can't remember at the moment. But next question. Mark Lizotte is also known as... Not Jimmy Barnes, his brother is his brother-in-law, but it's Johnny Diesel.
Johnny Diesel.
There you go.
I said it. I'll take that.
That's one. You got one.
That's 1 point.
Cold Chisel and the Angels are both from South Australia. True or false?
I'm gonna say true.
True. You've got 2.
Oh, hell yeah!
Cool. Now, because you play instruments, you should be able to get this one correct. On a guitar, the 6th string is on the top or the bottom when you're playing it?
The top.
Yep,
Close,
correct. True, it's on top. What year did Tina Arena first appear on Young Talent Time?
I'm just gonna guess maybe 2010.
No. I
Sorry.
keep forgetting to put the right date on it, but it's it was in the 70s anyway.
Oh
So
God.
because
Close.
everyone thinks it was 82, but it was before that. She was on there
Yeah.
before she actually
I wasn't far off. Maybe,
no, not
30
far. But,
years, 40
yep.
years.
Do you know who Tina Arena is?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Well, that's good. At least you know that.
Yeah.
Okay. In 1988, which band had a hit with Kokomo?
This
The
is
Beach
painful.
Boys.
The Beach Boys. The Beach
Yeah.
Boys. Yeah.
You're not going to get these ones, hey?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm going to have to start working on some more questions.
Maybe
Gene,
some...
pardon?
Sorry, you go. You go. It's all good.
Gene Simmons is from which band?
Radio silence. I have no clue.
He's from Kiss.
Kiss. Yeah.
Well, we'll leave that one for last because that's an Australian one. So we had a hit, That's the Way It Is, Baby, but probably better known for writing and singing the theme song to Friends. Who are we?
Damn. Oh, I know the song. I know the Friends theme song.
Yep.
I'm going to have to forfeit this one as well. I don't know.
The Rembrandts.
The Rembrandts.
Yep. So there you go. They were pretty.
Well, I've got some
big.
more studying to do.
Last question. Last final question.
Awesome.
True or false? Cav Template is from the band Grinspoon.
False.
False. Yes, correct. What's he from? What band?
I don't know.
Eskimo Joe.
Eskimo Joe.
Yep. So
It's the
there you go. Yeah. So now going back to the song Paradise.
Yeah.
You did the release in Marrickville. How did that go?
It was really great. I loved it.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of people show up, and a lot of my friends and family came as well to support me, which was
that's good.
It was so great. I was so happy with it. So it was good. We did Paradise and like maybe 10 other songs as well that some of them are on track to be released, and some of them are just ones that we just wanted to play live before they kind of, drop off the face of the planet, because sometimes songs don't make it to the final, the end.
Do you play all the instruments, or do you only play some of the instruments?
Yeah. For the last show we did, I played quite a lot. I played guitar and piano and sang as well.
Yeah.
So we had a couple of songs where it was just me and a couple of other songs where it was the whole band, and it was really cool. Yeah.
Cool. Have you got any more gigs lined up coming up?
We've got one, I think so. I think we're kind of focusing at the moment on trying to record some more music to release, and then maybe having another gig after that to kind of pair them together. Yep. So definitely the next single and the next ones after that are kind of at the top.
Is your song is it on AMRAP?
AMRAP? I'm not too sure. I'm not sure what AMRAP is.
AMRAP's the Australian. I forget the name of the thing. It's an Australian music recording program. Anyway. You have
it's a
Google
long title.
AMRAP. It's a music project type of thing. So if you Google AMRAP, you can actually put your tracks on there, your finished tracks. You put your bio and things on there, and then radio stations from all around Australia will pick it up and play it. So you'll get community radio stations, you get AM, some country radio stations. There's a lot of stations that go in there and pick it up. So get your song on AMRAP.
I will. Thanks for the marketing advice.
No, that's if you get it on there, because then people can pick it up. They can they go and play it, and you get I think you get stats as well.
Yeah,
and there's a leaderboard, so there's like a top 10 that you can compete for as well. But anyway, has it been getting much play?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
initially it was just kind of my friends and family, but it's kind of picked up a little bit. I'm kind of watching through my phone and getting these emails, having a look through. So it seems to be having a little bit of a pickup. So I'm pretty happy about that. And it was really cool to have, I guess, my family and friends. It was really weird, some of my old work friends listening to it. I was like, oh my God, actually out.
How did it feel when you first time you heard it? When people like
It
first
felt
time?
it felt really crazy because at the same time, like I'd heard this song a billion times before we released it, and
Yeah.
I kind of just in my mind was like, oh, just it's just the same song again. But then
Yeah.
like once it was out, and I was like, hearing it like through some of my friends' friends, and seeing it
Yeah.
kind of like pick up on Spotify as well, I was like, wow, this feels. It was like I was kind of like overwhelmed with lots of happy, kind of just really stoked about how many people were listening to it, but also kind of like, oh, I've listened to this song so many times now that it's kind of just like I'm just hearing it again, but in the best way. I love it. And
Yeah, well, we're subscribed to you on YouTube, so we're there waiting for extra songs. So
yeah,
you're obviously on YouTube.
yeah.
What's your handle for YouTube?
Handle for YouTube, I'm pretty sure it's like Kel Music 717 for YouTube.
But
But
if you search Kel Paradise, it should come up. So
it should come up because YouTube handles were actually quite difficult because I didn't realize I had to come up with But I'm on everywhere: Instagram, Facebook, everywhere.
You'll be able to find. We'll have the links at the bottom or in the description of this video anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if people want to see it and hear the song, just we'll have it at the end of the video as well, at the end of the interview. But you can also get the links to Spotify and everywhere else in YouTube down below.
Give it a listen.
So, well, Kel, good luck with your song. Hopefully it goes really well.
Thanks so much. It was so great to talk to you.
No, anytime. We love having new artists on. Exciting time for music, for Australian music.
I know, it's great.
Yeah.
I love listening to new music. Yeah.
Cool. So good luck. Hopefully it'll do really well for you. Keep us updated on what you're doing. And thank you very much for joining us.
No worries. Thank you for having me. I will definitely let you know.
Too easy.
Awesome. Thank you.
Sunrise and long hikes up to the beach we laughed on. Long drives and tired eyes as we fall asleep to a love song. I bet that he says to all his friends that he found a girl who loves him. Do you tell him he's the only one under the trees and stars in Central Park, and let him think that he was yours, just like I did? Were you gonna tell me that you ourselves apart? 2 days is child's play, 'cause we burnt this heaven down in one. Then come the long fights and hard nights. Did you even care at all? He's got his hand around your shoulder. He's so cool because he's older than I was before we met on that beach. You whispered empty little words, but don't forget I heard them first before you tell them to the next boy you meet. Oh, 'cause you found someone new. paradise in. You'll find heaven in what you've left behind, and I like the water by the pier at night. We'll graduate, go separate ways, forget the days where I called you mine. You were mine. Sunrise and long hikes up to the beach we laughed on. Long drives and tired eyes, guess paradise never lasts long.